The Clinton Global Initiative is coming up this week, bringing together leaders of major charitable foundations, nonprofits, businesses, governments, unions, and more to work on solutions. And there are commitment makers. We're going to hear from one of them. Welcome back to Techstination. I'm Fred Fishkin. Joining us from Solar Sisters is CEO Olasimbo Sojinrin. A pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you, Fred, and it's great to be here.
Well, give us some background to start with about Solar Sisters and the work that you're doing in a number of countries in Africa.
Sure. Solar Sister is an organization that works at the intersection of energy access and women's economic empowerment to bring clean energy solutions to underserved communities in Africa. And the thought of Solar Sister started around this need for women where energy poverty, which is a lack of having access to modern energy services, is prevalent in a lot of the communities that we serve. We're currently serving Nigeria, which is a country with the highest number of people in sub-Saharan Africa that do not have access to modern energy services. And the risk of this is that they in turn have to resort to using harmful fuels or burning or inhaling a lot of indoor air pollution in order to do very basic things like cooking for their family or just lighting to see after hours. And so at Solar Sister, we are providing a solution that turns that narrative on its head, where women are not just mere victims of energy poverty, but they are now the solution makers, the front lines of ensuring that themselves, their families, and their communities have access to these life-changing products.
Well, tell me about the products and how this all operates.
Yes. So what we do is we go into communities to build this network of women entrepreneurs. So these are women who are domiciled in the communities and have probably faced the energy poverty challenge themselves or are in the middle of it. And then we pair this up with an entrepreneurial spirit, with the training that we offer, with the support that we offer women to actually kickstart a clean energy business. So this is not just solving the solution of energy in their communities, but it's also providing economic opportunity for themselves and their families. And Solar Sister has been doing this now since 2010. So we've been doing this for over 15 years. We've built our network to over 12,000 women across Nigeria, Tanzania, and Kenya, and we've been able to reach over 5 million beneficiaries to date. So it really is a movement of African women who are charged with solving the energy challenge in Africa.
And tell me about some of the solutions. What does that look like?
Right. So for us, we are really looking at that very first light, that very first clean light. So in the communities where there is actually no access to the grid, you find that people are either using candles or sometimes just burning anything, like just to be able to have a flame to be able to see. And so we are providing solutions such as solar solutions, solar lamps that will replace your candle, your kerosene or your paraffin lanterns, and clean cooking solutions so that they don't need to inhale smoke cooking meals for their families. A study that we did showed that women inhale an equivalent of 20 packs of cigarette a day just cooking 3 meals for their family. And we're like, this is unacceptable. There are new modern ways in which they can now cook that can, save their lives essentially. And so the solutions include clean cooking solutions. And we've been doing this, as I said earlier, for about 15 years. And we're now at the stage where beyond just distributing these products, we want to go into productive use of energy. So beyond just having household energy products, we want to see how can women amplify their business opportunities using productive use of energy equipment. And that is what birthed our commitment this year at CGI, where we are introducing a new entrepreneurship pathway for women. Beyond retailing clean energy products, they can now start a business using a clean energy equipment. And I'll give you examples such as having a solar mill, where in communities right now, people have to commute, walk 4 hours just to find a grinding machine to grind their maize for their meals. If we're able to have this meal within the community, there's a lot of time savings that it will be, and people can grind really small communities, which is what is their preference, as opposed to traveling those 4 hours where they have to gather a lot of the meals together so that it makes economic sense for them to do that. So we're going to start businesses such as that. We're going to also do refrigeration. There's a lot of food waste that goes because there is no electricity, especially in the fishing communities, and in the farming community. So if a woman has a solar freezer or a solar fridge, she's able to do a business around that. So we want to support 1,000 women entrepreneurs over the next 3 years to do businesses such as these.
That sounds remarkable. Now, are we talking about the solar panels as we know them here in the US and battery storage, or what are we talking about?
So we're talking really small scale solar solutions, but that are used for productive use. So I know here it's in the US, there's really this household rooftop solar is what is really prevalent. But I'm talking about an equipment, a solar mill, a milling machine that is connected to probably one solar panel or two solar panels and will give enough power just to power that machine, essentially giving that the use of that machine in the community.
And for
A
refriger
standalone solution.
and for refrigeration, are we talking about battery storage that then powers a refrigerator, a small
Very
refrigerator?
similar thing. So a refrigerator that is powered through a DC system. So there would be the solar panel and the battery storage that will power the refrigerator or the freezer in this case, and we can use for storage. So if they are essentially standalone solutions, you don't need access to a national grid. You don't need access to electricity in order to enjoy the services.
And tell us more about what the goals here are at the Clinton Global Initiative Conference. What do you hope to accomplish?
So at this conference, again, it's to amplify what we already do locally in our communities, which is knowing that if there is a solution, if there is like a challenge that we have locally, we believe that it is us, African women, who will be in charge of solving those challenges. So really locally grown, local solutions that help improve the state of things in our communities. And when we do see a challenge, we hope that solutions such as this will address it head on. Yeah, so for us, it's really how do we ensure that the woman's life is better in the community? And we've seen research that shows that when the woman has more money, she's able to spend it not just on herself, but on the family. So the solutions are not just for the woman, but for the entire family at large. And we've even seen evidence that beyond the family unit, the benefits of just switching to a clean energy solution goes to the entire community. People, we've seen health outcomes, we've seen education outcomes where children are able to study better. We've also seen through our research as well, that when women are economic empowered, they use it, deploy it back into the family. We've seen, they're using it for their children's education. They're using it, for improved nutrition. And so it really helps the general well-being of the community as a large. And again, we start chipping at these numbers and we begin to see, it having the larger effect of improving the communities that we serve.
Changing lives, certainly. Now, do you work with certain technology companies, or who does the manufacturing of the equipment that you're using?
Right. So for us, I mean, we are agnostic in the sense that we don't produce any products, but we do have very strong partnerships with product manufacturers in terms of the clean energy and also tech solution providers as well. So when it comes to the lighting, we are part of the Global Off-Grid Lighting Association, who ensures that there is certification in this space and there are quality standards. Because the last thing you want is a woman in a remote community distributing a product that breaks down. So trust is very tied to the products that we distribute, and we have to ensure that they are all quality verified products in this community. So we partner with a range of providers for the lightings, some providers like D-Light, Sun King, BioLight. For the clean cooking, we have providers like BioLight again, Burn Manufacturing. These are all our supply partners who, through us are able to extend their distribution to the very last mile.
Well, is there a place that we can all to learn more about what you're doing?
Yes, you can please visit our website. It's solarsister.org. And there you would learn a lot about our women entrepreneurs themselves. You would see their resilience, their creativity, how they've been able to overcome so much just to start, run, and grow this clean energy business. And they are very conscious of the climate effects. They are the energy experts in their community, but beyond that, they are also advocates of the positive effects of climate change. They're climate ambassadors. They're educating people on what the effects of switching to clean energy is and how they can reap the benefits in their communities. And so it's really, and they have their sisters to lean on because every solar sister is part of a sisterhood. We're able to share. There's peer learning happening amongst the entrepreneurs, but we're just able to kind of galvanize all the work that we're doing up until where we are making a dent in solving the solution.
Again, that website is solarsister.org. Olasimbo Sojinrin, congratulations on the work that you and the whole team are doing, and thank you for spending time with us.
Thank you, Fred. It was great to be here.